Welcome back. Let's take you inside a busy workplace that has its good times, but also some pretty tough ones.
Image of theatre now. I need a surgery kit.
I'm giving him 100 ml bolus for saline.
Cracking. You're going to have to open him up.
BP's coming up. He's stabilising.
That is part of a new campaign to support our local vets because their work is not just playing with puppies and kittens all day. There is a darker side to the profession where staff are 4 times more likely to suicide than the general population. The campaign, as you saw, is called Love Your Pet, Love Your Vet, and psychologist Dr Nadine Hamilton is the founder and she joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We assume that working with pets is fun. It's a great thing to do, but there can be some pretty serious impacts on vets, right?
Absolutely. I think what a lot of people don't realise that it's not just playing with puppies and kittens all day. There is a very high pressure environment that they're working with. They're dealing with, they might be going from vaccinating a puppy, and having puppy licks to going into theatre, into an emergency surgery, then going back in, maybe euthanasing someone's 18-year-old cat and dealing obviously with the emotions that come with that. Then, putting on a brave face and then going back into kitten vaccination. It's this emotional roller coaster and there's a lot of compassion fatigue, working incredibly long hours, often without a break. Many of them don't have a chance to go to the bathroom or have, proper lunch breaks. It's sort of like working in an emergency hospital, I think, where you just never know what's going to come through the door, but you've got to be prepared and on your guard all the time.
What drew you to the world of pets, Nadine? I mean, you founded Love Your Pet, Love Your Vet after losing your cousin, but he wasn't a vet.
No, so my cousin Andrew took his own life over 20 years ago back in the UK. That was sort of like what I needed, I guess, to force me into working and looking at what my passions were. So it was right as I started as a brand new student in psychology was when we lost my cousin Andrew. And I think prior to that, I always wanted to be a vet. So when I was getting into working in suicide prevention, looking at, what could I do? What area did I want to specialise in or focus on? I was actually at our own vet and had a chance encounter with a locum vet there who asked me what I did for a job. And when I told her I was a psychologist, she said to me, so you'd be aware of the really high suicide rate in vets. And I wasn't aware of it. I thought it was other occupations. So that was sort of all the motivation I needed to be determined to change it and look at why. Why is there such a high rate of suicide? Because, yes, on the surface, I guess the perception is that, you're working with animals all day, it's a dream job, you're earning a lot of money, but the reality is a far cry from that.
OK, so Nadine, what can we do, and people who own pets, what can they do to support our vets?
I think, first of all, be kind. Don't make assumptions that, just because it costs money to go to a vet, we don't have the equivalent of Medicare for our pets. So comparing our pets' treatment and cost with our human medical treatment really isn't that realistic. When you think about our vets, I think we've got it down to about 36 human specialist occupations into one that a vet has to be. They have to be a surgeon, a dentist, a pathologist, all of these occupations for multiple breeds of animals and species of animals as well. So it's a very, knowledgeable job and, working 5 years or longer at university, coming out and earning, I guess, in comparison to what they could be earning in different professions, relatively low wages. Then being accused, I guess, of just being in it for the money or the abuse, the threats, the emotional blackmail. All of those things are really hurtful when, really they are just doing their job and they care about the animals and they want to do that. So I think being kind, but just think how you would feel if you were going to work and doing your job and you were being abused and having all of these accusations made at you. So, being aware, I guess, that where would we be without them?
You are spot on. Love your pet, love your vet. You can go to the website that is on your screen now for more details. Nadine, thank you very much for chatting this morning.
Thanks so much.
As well, the Lifeline number is always available 24 hours a day. That's 131114 for help at any time.